right, so I'm here with one of our clients, Lawrence, who started with us about 4 weeks ago. And I remember having a chat to him the other day, and he said how he's had life-changing shifts already from only starting the course 4 weeks ago, which is awesome. So Lawrence is kind enough to jump on the line with us because he wants to share his experience and help other people that are maybe considering working with us or considering jumping on board, and they want to understand maybe what they're getting into. So pulling the curtains back is what Lawrence can do here for you. So thanks for coming online, Lawrence.
Anytime.
Awesome.
Appreciate being invited to share my testimonial.
Yeah, awesome, mate. That's fantastic. So a quick question. It would be great to have a picture for maybe other people watching this of where were you before you came on board and worked with CCI in the world of cryptocurrency investing, mate?
Well, just as a timestamp, we're still in lockdown in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It's October, and just before I found yourself and the team, I was in lockdown and I was kind of in a depression state, and I was focused on a lot of the things that were going wrong in the world.
Yeah.
And I sort of went down a rabbit hole, well, maybe a few rabbit holes, in finding out things that are going on in the world and like all the bad things.
Yeah.
And yeah, I sort of got to a point where it was a kind of depression and things that I couldn't control, that were out of my control. And that was not me. Like, prior to that, I was running a business and everything was going well. I semi-retired in October 2019, and had a CEO run my shop. So there was a lot of freedoms that I was given back.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much just before the course, I kind of hit a wall in terms of my freedoms, because I wanted to be able to travel, and this year was meant to be a year where I was traveling all over the world with my family and spending a month in different parts of the world, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, cool. And in relation to the cryptocurrency investing side of things, where were you at before you came and started with us? Did you have much knowledge of crypto, or where were you at on your journey?
I was what you call a hope investor. And I was a gambler, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was watching YouTube videos, just listening to different people, and if there was a little inkling of, oh, this is going to be the next Bitcoin, I'll just go and buy, and really not know what I was doing. So cool. That was before. just before.
Sure. And I guess that's the same position that most people are in right now, even if they've been in the market for years. I see there's a lot of people who are listening to experts on YouTube, and they're trying to get some insight and guidance, and they're chucking money at any opportunity that they think is going to get them rich, maybe buying at the wrong time as well, or not even having an exit strategy as well. So you can kind of see why, even in a market that performs the way that it does, there's been so many people that haven't gone on to make money. And it's really because they don't have the clarity of, how do I assess this for myself to see if it's right for me and where I'm at, and when is the right time to actually buy, but when am I going to sell it to actually realize some gains and profits. So thanks for sharing that. That's really awesome to get a clear snapshot, because you're probably, I should imagine there's a lot of other people that will be watching this at some point in the future, nodding, saying, shit, that sounds a lot like me. So what would you say, Lawrence, has maybe been some of your biggest takeaways and shifts? Because I know you said this has been life-changing for you. So what's been the biggest shifts for you since coming on board and working with us, which has only been 4 weeks?
Like I said on our phone call, my life's changed in the last 3 weeks, and it could possibly, everything was in alignment, and it was the right time. It was the perfect time for me to be able to learn what I needed to in order to grow. And that alarm that went off on my phone was actually my $20 million portfolio alarm that you taught me to set, like 4 or 5 times a day.
Nice.
Even that, as a little habit, helps me to keep that at the top of my head every time, and it keeps me on track. Like I could be lazy enough one day, and might turn on the TV for a sec and start to lose track.
Yeah.
But I think definitely the biggest change for me was learning how to pull money up. Because as an investor, I just thought I'll just put money in there and let it sit and wait till it goes to high returns, and
Yeah.
on the computer I could be rich, but
Yeah.
that's not what happened. So that's just one of the changes. There were so many.
Yeah, awesome. So the clarity of when to actually start exiting to realize profits and gains.
Yep, capitalization.
Yeah, awesome, mate. Congratulations. Because I agree. Most people will chuck money in and hopefully one day it goes up, and they've got the intention that they'll buy their Lamborghini or go traveling or quit their job or whatever they want to do. But most people who've been in the market a long time would have gone through the roller coaster of 2017 into 18 and thought the same way, but never actually took any money out of the market. And now they're sitting there scratching their heads thinking, why didn't I have an exit strategy? Why didn't I have a plan in place? So it's so important to build out those investment strategies, and kind of like what you touched on, being proactive and allowing the market to come to you. There's so much value in that, rather than chasing the market and being emotionally triggered. What should I do next? So awesome. And what else would you say, apart from investment strategies, has been really paramount to your success here? Has it been maybe being able to analyze opportunities in a more informed manner, or what's that been for you, Lawrence?
I think it's just the knowledge. Like the 4 weeks actually it's been like I've been back at school. And for me, I was never really good at school. I'm not an academic by any means. At best, I'm a C student.
Yeah.
And but like actually investing time into my education and knowing what was happening and learning the technical data. But like at times, don't get me wrong, it was frustrating because I wasn't quite getting it. But I trusted in your process, and I trusted in what you said. And if I got to a point where I didn't quite understand what was being said, you just said, that's good. Like, be uncomfortable. I'll be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that means you're learning and growing. So I was really appreciative of that. And I guess being able to trust in your process and knowing that what you were saying was going to benefit. I knew that your intention for your students was for them to educate themselves and not just be told what to do, where to put money, how to, there was a genuine why behind what you said. And I think that's why, as a student, I was ready. And like you said, in our first onboarding call, I found a teacher. And I'm so appreciative of the CCI team, the team that you've put together. Because there's just, Sam and the other guys, I think there's a genuine why for what you guys do. And it's changing the world for those that are ready. The structure that you have is simply just amazing.
Yeah, awesome, mate. Well, I really appreciate your feedback, and I know this is super useful for someone else that's sitting on the sidelines wanting to jump in and understand what to do next. And I guess something else that's a big concern for most people is the safety element. So how do you feel around your storing and management of your assets now that you've been through that pillar in the course?
Look, as I was talking to Sam, I think it was part of the introduction which really helped me to come on board, because Sam asked if I had a way of storing my cryptocurrency offline. And I had no idea. Well, I actually knew about it because I bought one of the things ages ago, but I couldn't find it anyway. So I knew about it, but I didn't know how to do it. And so when you keep your crypto safe, my mindset initially was, I don't have that much anyway. It might only be a couple of grand. So if it gets stolen, it doesn't matter. And that's really not a good mindset to have, because if I'm living in that mindset, then that's all I'm going to be able to achieve. So like if I put myself in my future, in the future, and thought, well, if there's millions in there, then I need to be able to keep it safe. So learning that from you guys, I think it's priceless. Like there's there's like cold storage wallets, but you don't really know how to use it, or you could use a YouTube video. But to be able to be taught in a safe environment,
Yeah, yeah,
knowing that the team you're learning from has your best interests at
yeah.
heart, I think it's a way to move forward.
Yeah, and what I was going to add to that is it's not just a case, as I'm sure you've witnessed through the process, it's not just a case of setting up the hardware wallet, is it? We
No,
go into the depth of the back end and how that's almost more important, and how to structure that too. So, would you say you've got a really solid foundation and the confidence to really build and grow your wealth from now?
absolutely,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Is
fantastic, mate.
I've essentially become my own bank, and I'm in control of my finances, which is never, like, even as a business owner, it was always reliant on a bank and knowing, like,
Yeah,
that the
yeah.
funds that are going in there, they're going to always be there. But man, I know better.
Oh, awesome. That's great, mate. And what would you say to maybe someone who's sitting on the sidelines like you were 4 weeks ago that wants to come on board and either work with the CCI team or that's thinking about investing into cryptocurrency? What would be your guidance, or what would you say for them, given your success and experience with us?
Um, I think I think if they're ready to learn, and
Yeah,
because a lot of investors just want to be told. If I put myself in the position where I was at the beginning, um, I was actually ready to learn and just listen to whatever my educator was going to teach me,
yeah,
and what to do and how to do it. Because a lot of the times we just want the answer. We just want to be told where to fish, and we just want to be told how, like, how to bait the line, and where, and what bait to use,
mm,
because that's the easy way out. But once you actually know how to fish, it's just amazing. Like, the
mm.
feeling that you get of being free, like, that's a literal term that I can use in this conversation. It's freedom. And like where I started from, which was like delving into those rabbit holes of
Yeah, yeah.
things that are out of my control, I actually feel like I am in control of my own finances, my own life, and my own outcomes.
That's awesome, mate. That's incredible. Well, congratulations for all of your efforts so far, and we're only just getting started. So
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure to have you on the chat, and really appreciate you taking the time out of your day, because I know how valuable it is to people like you were 4 weeks ago, that want to jump on board and join the team. So thank you, mate, and congratulations on all your efforts.
thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
Awesome, mate. And I guess for anyone else that is tuning in and watching this video in the future at some point as this is recorded, feel free to check on in with the CCI team, send us a message, or join our training. We've got a playbook, and we can give you the support and guidance to start getting the same level of control and confidence and results that Lawrence has got as well. So thank you again, Lawrence, for jumping on, and really appreciate your time for everyone else that's taking the time to tune into this.
Thanks, mate.
Awesome.